When you teach, do you wear the hat?
Yeah. Hold on. I wear the hat.
Yeah. Do you wear the hat? You wear hats all the time.
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing though. I've been told that might
You'll lose.
contribute to my loss of hair.
Yeah.
So I did it to myself.
And is
Like I do
that
everything.
like what?
Like I do a lot of things, right? Kind of hurt myself. But what did you say?
Now, have you been wearing hats like for years?
Um, Dude, ever since we were kids, I guess, right? I used to always wear ball caps. I can't remember when I stopped wearing ball caps.
Like in your 20s, 30s, you just wear caps all. Is that what you? I just can't remember.
You
That's
know,
weird. I
well, I'm
I
not
know
saying
Chris does
all
it.
the time, but I would say a lot of the time.
A lot of like all those. So like when you were at work, you were wearing ball caps.
Oh no, no, no. Not at work, never at work, except recently, the last couple of years. I've been wearing caps. No, no, not to work.
So at work, you were just regular,
Yeah, just
regular
except the last 2 years.
hair. Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
because my hair's not going so it's not going so well. But my hair lady, also known as my mother-in-law, says she hasn't lost hope for me. But I don't know. I think it's pretty much gone. She wants me to do some massaging and stuff, and I'm doing it, but I'm not doing it religiously, which I should. I need to do it. I did this morning, but I'm like, I gotta keep doing it. I guess because I don't see any progress, so I just kind of like, what am I doing? But I probably should keep doing it, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't when you had your hat off, I was like, whoa, man, I haven't
A little scary.
it's
Did
been a
you
long
when you get a little upset, do you think, oh no, that could be me, or do you just feel bad for me?
I'm not upset.
No, no, I said, do you feel bad for me, or do you think, oh no, that could be me?
I don't think it could be me only because the guy who's cut my hair for 10 it's been 10 years. He told me 10 years ago. He asked me my age and and he told me 10 years ago, he goes, you're not gonna lose your hair. He
Ah,
goes, I could tell by your, But no, my only reaction was that I just couldn't remember the last time I saw you without I didn't know your situation.
I don't usually wear it if I go out to dinner, like with Kimberly. I don't wear it actually for sure. Um, like tonight, I probably won't wear it. So, I mean, maybe you're just used to me with the hat, but I think there have been times where I don't have it. But any
Um,
hoot. Hey there, welcome back. It's Pod and Deliver here. This week, Ruben, we're looking at an article titled "In the Battle Over Early Algebra, Parents Are Winning." This is from the Wall Street Journal, author Sarah Randazzo. Ruben, and the date is February 4th. Ruben, it appears that in San Francisco area, there's a district that is talking about bringing back algebra. I know that sounds a little strange. I thought algebra was always there, but I guess about 10 years ago, the district decided to go ahead and offer algebra, not in the eighth grade like they had been for many years, but ninth grade. And so parents have been upset in the last few years. I didn't even know this. I didn't even know this was an issue. But I guess as the article goes on, there's other districts that kind of look, not kind of, they looked at the San Francisco district and made that a policy as well. And of course, the article goes into why this has happened and what's happening now. It looks like the parents are winning. When we say winning, they're going and they're having some lawsuits against the district. And it looks like the district is moving. They're shifting. They're saying, okay, in a couple of years, we'll bring it back. And the reason why they're shifting is because the parents are saying, wait a minute, you guys have been giving us data saying that there's data that kids don't do well in the eighth grade. And also the issue was that, hey, a lot of Latinos and African American kids aren't doing well either. But the parents are saying, wait a minute, why don't we still allow kids who want to do this algebra class earlier in eighth grade? And if, obviously if kids who are not white want to take the class, of course, let them take the class and let them do well. But so there's this fear that there's going to be this separation between white kids, Asian kids, and then Latinos and Black kids. And of course the district, like I said, Ruben was saying, oh, this was happening before. But I guess the statistics, or they haven't provided it yet. I think the stats they had were not totally completed, or at least they didn't. It was a little vague. And so, anyway, this is happening, and it looks like I said, Ruben, in a couple of years they're going to go ahead and relent. That's what it sounded like after I read the article. What's your opinion on this? What do you think?
So we have a group, we have schools in California that don't teach algebra to um in ninth grade, correct?
Yeah, so they're teaching algebra in ninth grade, but they're not doing it in eighth grade.
Uh, Okay, so ninth grade, yay, eighth grade, no.
Right.
We've got enough concerned parents who are saying we want our children to learn.
Can I add one thing real quick too? I think the reason why they want it in eighth grade is so the kids could take calculus in the 12th grade, so they could go, have that ready. So when they go to college, it makes them more pleasing to schools.
Yes, so enough parents make noise, then that changes policy, and that's been true for a while, where um, parents make policy. They just have to voice. They just have to make a voice. They just have to speak. You know, um, when you're talking about SPED, for sure, that's the case. But SPED runs everything really now at this point anyway. But parents really affect policy, and if they don't like something, speak up. It's very important. We're only as strong as the parents, because let's face it, if it's really egregious what's happening in the class, then they make lawsuits. They file lawsuits, and that's what scares schools. And so I just want to. It's so uncomfortable when we're talking about this issue of race. It's. I mean,
Yeah.
I think when it boils down to, isn't it an issue of competence? Because in the sense that if I was teaching and somebody told me, um, hey, your student is below level. I don't, to me, I'm not thinking, okay, then I'm not going to teach them this curriculum. I'm thinking, well, we need to get them ready. Okay, now I don't teach math, but it's the same idea. It's the same principle of, okay, your kid's not ready for this. I'm not going to teach them this. I'm going to work harder, put them in a different, situation where they're catching up. So I think we don't lower our standards. We raise the standards. And it reminded me reading this article, by the way, it's the Wall Street Journal article, and I'll link it in the description. But it always, we've talked about this over and over on this channel, of the Thomas Sowell idea of the soft bigotry of low expectations. This is not going to help Latinos and Blacks, but not giving them algebra in eighth grade. That's not going to help them. You know,
Right.
we talked about this, recently too. Students will rise to the level. Um, it really is racist if you think about telling a Latino and a Black they can't do it, that they're not ready for it, but the whites are. People don't listen to themselves. They don't listen to how racist that sounds.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it seems like even recently there have been, I just saw it online where somebody was saying, hey, wait a minute, we've taken all these black images out of the supermarket, like of Aunt Jemima and all this. And it's like, wait a minute, now we only have white people represented. And it makes you think, wait a minute, I know it's a little different, but I think the whole
Yeah.
idea is that we think we're doing something to helping African Americans or Latinos, and we don't always do that. When I say we, I mean the public, the general
I,
public.
I don't, I could see an argument for, yeah, it's not exactly the same. I get you.
Yeah.
But just the idea though of this is really related to the concept of support. I often feel like this battle between right and left is often just a mistake. It's I was when we talk about like social issues and battles between police and
Yeah.
urban areas. I often think that a lot of it is just incompetence. It's not always racism. It's just a bad cop who doesn't know what he's doing, hasn't been trained right, and things like that. And then yet some of it is racist, and just I know there's social structures there, but I say that because I really think this is an issue educationally of people who might not be supporting their students properly, and because they
Right.
may not know how, so they turn it into policy. I don't know. We just need to be better at our jobs, maybe. I'm
Yeah.
talking about myself too. These kind of articles remind me I need to be on top of it and supporting our students. But
No, for sure. I mean, and it's interesting, Ruben, this month is African American month. In the schools, they really promote all the achievements of African Americans and so forth. And the reality is that why not push our kids? It doesn't matter what race they are, just to push them forward and let them continue to, take classes that might stretch them. Not impossible, but stretch them. There's nothing wrong with getting stretched and to learn and to grow. But anyway, thank you, Ruben. And thank you for joining us on Pod and Deliver. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that. That really helps us out. And we really appreciate you joining us. You have yourself a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.